Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11, Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online. Well, can I get a woo woo and a what? Well, hey, my other two Beavis and Butthead comic books came in. Well, I got 3 of these now. This is the first edition of Beavis and Butthead. If you think about it, me and my brother are like Beavis and Butthead. I'm the dark Butthead, and my brother is Beavis. My brother's got the lighter hair, I got the darker hair. So I did get braces. It's weird. I got braces. That's why, see, when you all jumped me outside because you all wanted to rob me or something, I don't know what people do nowadays. All I was saying was, hi, how you doing? What are you doing around my brother's Jeep? And apparently that upset you guys or whatever, and he started to call me names, and I got jumped around the corner, and the law didn't do anything when I got jumped by a gang, but picked on me as a veteran on live television, internet. So I was proud that I got my teeth fixed in the military because my teeth, I had Bugs Bunny teeth. I have an overbite, and I was proud, and now they're a little crooked again. My teeth was worse than this, and I was proud that I got my teeth fixed in the military. So, me and my brother are like Beavis and Butthead. I'm the dark hair one, Butthead, and my brother's Beavis and Beavis. So that's the first copy. I got 3 of these now. I had a chance to get a whole bunch of these, but I ran out of money, so I couldn't afford the bid. But I always could find more. The 90s comics are still easy to find compared to, you know how people throw things away without looking and get upset when they throw it out? Well, I got a lot of cool things that I earn up here. So, basically, this month, I guess this would be the last things. I had more things coming, but they never came. So I had a Star Wars. I basically almost got all the old Star Wars figures, the little ones. I didn't get all the big ones yet, but up in the attic, before there was a fire at Columbus Flea Market, and I collected a lot of stuff that before that was in the fire, and I guess, I'm not sure, I guess the guy died in the fire that I was going there to get the Star Wars. So I collected a lot of Star Wars figures from that store that before it was up in flames. So, and I still got pretty much all the stuff that I collected from Columbus or whatever. So, collecting things helped me calm down while it's that hard to help your veterans out back home while whatever. So that's the first copy, and then the one this one is signed on Butthead head. If you can see, it's in silver. I get closer. Rick Parker. Where is it? Yeah, Rick Parker. Rick Parker signed this one on Butthead's head. So that's cool. I'm going to wait. So I got these 2 in the mail today. And this one's signed by Rick Parker. And the other one was signed by the other 2 that created Beavis and Butthead. Did you know Donald Trump was on the Playboy magazine? I got a couple of them. It'd be cool if I can get Donald Trump to sign my Playboy magazine, because he was even though nowadays it seems that all people are good for is getting each other in trouble online while it's so easy to fix the internet nowadays. And it'd be cool. Maybe it'd be cool if I get uh, Rick Parker to sign this copy, the first one. Maybe he can sign right here. Maybe Rick Parker could sign like right there or whatever, or maybe on his glove. And then I got a signed first one, but then I found another one online I'm looking at. So Rick Parker signed this one on Butthead. If you see, look, he's got neat handwriting. Some celebrities got neat handwriting, and some, like Babe Ruth, you could tell Babe Ruth's signature right away because Babe Ruth had a nice signature. And Rick Parker has a nice signature to him too, that's all. So that's that. Then I was thinking, if somehow America become prunes, we will actually lose money for becoming prunes on the internet as an Americans. As in the future, the 60s and the 70s and the 80s are coming back in the future. You all can predict the worst at each other, but in the end, in the future, sex and nudity is the number one thing on the internet nowadays. So the law will actually lose money if they keep arresting naked and butt naked. They will lose money, the law. Think about it. It's called common sense. If they keep arresting or whatever they do, they get upset over, I don't know why. I guess only they're allowed to be naked online as the law or something. But we as Americans will lose money if we all turn into prunes on the internet, as the whole world be, their economy will go up with sex and nudity, as porno cinema, movie theaters are coming back in, porno's coming back in, and what would be rare to collect, it will be Playboy magazines and a Penthouse and magazines like that, adult magazines, and nudie magazines are going to be more rare in the future, in the future, people are going to start collecting Playboy magazines again and everything. So the law will lose money, the taxes and everything. We all basically, if we all become prunes as the law is now, I guess the law decided to become a prunes or something, I don't know. You will lose money and profit as the law, because in the future, if you're smart enough, porn and sex is coming back in, as that's all people do nowadays on the internet. It is 24 hours a day. And we lose money as Americans if we all become prunes on the internet, as the whole world's on the internet, as the internet and everything. It's not just one country. It's the whole world is on the internet and everything, and we will actually lose money becoming prunes in the future, as well, things will start to come back up again. So if you have a porno store, don't shut down your porno store, because people are going to come back to the porno stores nowadays. So the law can't be prunes, the therapists can't be prunes, the guards, the cops, because you all will lose profit in the future, because as everybody's going to rely on sex and nudity, that's all going to come back in the future or whatever, if you really think about it and everything. So I'm bidding on one thing now, on Brooke Shields. I think this is the rarest magazine in the world, because people get jealous or something. Apparently my hometown law and a few neighbors or something got jealous of me as a veteran, and instead of welcoming me back home as my hometown law, they're going out of the way to, I guess they're prunes at Trenton Court or something. And we're going to lose money. Think about it. If the whole world the economies are going up because of sex and nudity online. We will lose money as a country if you all decided to turn into prunes, as my hometown law or whatever. Because people are going to find ways to say, I think it's unfair that only you can be naked to the world and don't get in trouble as the law. And people are going to get smarter and fight their cases in the future. So while you watch TV, and it seems that only the court is allowed to talk on TV and the person is not allowed to talk at all. That's not American justice. So I don't know how many bad guys there are in a reality show, but in reality, if we all turn in prunes, we will actually lose a profit as a country. As they should put the Playboy channel back up. I know how to fix the Playboy channel. So all this wars and violence is losing profit. Having wars and violence on the streets, you're all losing profit. You all may think as the law, we have to have violence to get paid as the law, but no, technically if you had no violence and not prunes, you actually gain money as the law. And people respect the law more if the law actually works with people. So I hope you realize we can't become prunes. Porn and sex is the number one thing that's keeping the internet up. There's nothing wrong with sex or nudity. You all somehow became prunes, I guess because a soldier like me was coming back home, and while everybody's butt naked in front yards nowadays, you don't have to go in the backyards to be butt naked. People are butt naked. As the state of New York, women are allowed to be topless in the state of New York. I think we need to do that in the state of New Jersey. There's a lot of prunes in the New Jersey state for some reason. And I think, I agree that women should have equal rights. Not only men are allowed to be topless walking around. I think women are allowed to be topless too. So that's another thing that law needs to look at, as nudity and sex is coming back. There's going to be movie theaters. There's going to be more porno stores. There's going to be more butt naked people on the streets because people don't want to be prunes. And actually being a prune actually harms us as people, if you look at it that way. Because if people are not focusing on sex and nudity online, they're focusing on hurting each other as prunes on the internet. So I think if the state of New York, women are allowed to be topless, I think in the state of New Jersey, women should be allowed to be topless too in the state of New Jersey. Because there's a lot of prunes in Stratton court around here. Apparently, they don't know what sex is at court, but they monitor sex, but they don't know what sex is as court around here. And we as a country will actually lose profit if we're not up on the sex and nudity online, as being a prune will actually harm us as people. So I just wanted to show you my comic books. I could draw this. I could draw cartoons really good. If people allow me to take my time, I need a really good drawing table. I got a lot of pencils and erasers and sharpeners and shading tools and I think the paintbrush that I bought is for the pros at Home Depot. They need to make smaller paintbrushes because paintbrushes. I like collecting things, and I like paintbrushes. My family, I think basically my whole family are they got some kind of artistic to them. And the better the paintbrush, the better the painting will come out. So as they have, the paintbrushes are way better at a hardware store like Home Depot than the art stores. They don't make art paintbrushes as tough as the paintbrushes at Home Depot. So my idea, they need to make smaller paintbrushes. The paintbrush that I bought, I'll show you next time or whatever. I wanted to do that before, but I'm next month I'm gonna try to save money more, so when Christmas comes around, I can buy I only need a few here and there kind of things because I'm almost done Christmas shopping. I got the bulk part now, just like little things and stuff. So actually, the law is wrong to make their Americans feel bad that they watch porn and sex, because in the future, as the future is now on the internet, as the law treats you, you're the only naked guy on the internet. But as Americans, we will lose profit. Our economy will go down in America if we all turn into prunes. It's a fact. It's not a fiction. It's not a theory. It's a fact. People are tired of violence and crime on television and internet. And people are going to go back to the 60s and the 70s and the 80s kind of thing. As the golden years, they had the golden years of porn. The golden years are coming back. People are going to take more time making the movies. Because, the reason why there wasn't that much crime in the 60s and the 70s and stuff, even probably half of 80s, is because, for one, we had Michael Jackson around. That's, y'all can talk shit about each other and talk shit about Michael Jackson, but the reason why we had world peace around 60s and the 70s and the 80s is because Michael Jackson was around. So people are going back to that mentality of what's wrong with sex online, as your kids get killed on the internet over your crime as the law that can't solve why there's crime on the street kind of thing. So people are going to get back to that 60s mentality, love, make world peace, love, and sex and nudity is already here. I must have been an advertisement on their site. That's why I got busted off nothing. I really have crap on my computer, as I really don't have crap now. That's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's like, wow, man. They're all arguing, fighting over shit, and the stuff that y'all try to get me in trouble with is still on the internet, and I don't understand. I'm confused. So the law actually is going to lose profit if the law comes prunes, because American people like their freedom. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Americans don't like being controlled. Americans like to be free, not controlled. So people are going to stand up to the law and saying, we vote for our law. We understand that we're not supposed to fight and hurt each other as Americans. We're not an idiot. And we as American parents, we should be able to teach our kids the way we want to raise our kids as parents in America. Not you hacking me and saying that I'll be a bad parent. And I don't even have kids yet. And so people are going to stand up to the law as the 60s and fight for their freedom. And saying, I think it's unfair that the whole world decides sex and nudity is the number one thing for world peace, and somehow we all turn into prunes. So at court in Trenton, you're going to lose money because you all decided to become prunes because I came back home from war or something. I don't know. I don't know the conflict as an American hero on a 4th of July street. How y'all came down all hard on me and acting like there's no sex and nudity on the internet. And that's the number one thing that's keeping the internet going. Because if there was enough violence on the internet, don't you think the government would take over the internet and there'd be no internet? Because we're too stupid as idiots to stop fighting. So people don't want to fight no more. People don't want to fight with gang members or whatever corny ass terrorists online. It's going to be the 60s and 70s and 80s again. So don't shut down your porno store, because the future's now. There's going to be more sex on the internet in the future. So that's why I don't get the law and why they're all uptight on the word free sex online, because they have sex themselves online as the law. And people are going to say, well, I think it's unfair that the law can come together as the law and somehow they can get it on the internet and not get in trouble with the law. And I'm an American citizen. I was born in the United States. I'm proud to be an American. I don't want my freedom to be taken away from me even by my hometown law. So think about it. It's a fact. As nowadays, the only thing that people do on the internet is watch each other butt naked online. So to come down on one person, over time you will lose profit as the law, because people will start fighting their cases and saying, this sucks. I want to be a free American. I buy by the rules. And there's billions of naked people. I don't understand why I get picked out on the subject of sex and nudity. And I'm your hometown hero. So, as in the state of New York, women allowed to be topless. I think they do that because there's a lot of prunes around here. They should do that in the state of New Jersey. As this is one country, apparently people treat each other's states differently, but this is still one country. And to get hated on something that everybody watches online doesn't make any sense. You look like an idiot as my hometown law. As you know that, damn, you must have to make profit off of people to earn money. But you get paid by the tax as an Americans. You're going to, as the law, you're going to get paid no matter what. Not picking on, bullying one person online. So if you do the facts are there. Nudity is in. Sex and nudity is cool again, as it was in 60s and 70s and 80s. So sex sells. That's why I understand why they took down the Playboy channel. I think the Playboy channel kept the other channels running. So if I was a Hugh Hefner, I would have, as a billionaire, I would have bought all the damn channels on television as Hugh Hefner. And I will find ways to put nudity on every channel. Because your kids are going to grow up and learn about sex and nudity. And I feel that kids should practice safe sex too. And they're going to learn it anyways. So watching porn is practice safe sex and love. You know, if you think about it, porn is a tool to teach about safe sex. Porn is a tool that teach safe sex. As y'all worry about being haters and prunes on TV hurting each other, porn is a tool that teach safe sex. So the law actually looks like an idiot because you all act like there's not American Pie movies around here. Sex is going to be sex online no matter how y'all cock block each other from Chatterbait. as the hometown law or whatever, you're actually going to lose money being prunes in America. We can't be prunes. Americans, back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, America was known for their porn and sex. As the Playboy channel was up on. I would like to wait. I would have liked to see Playboy the channel back in the 60s and the 70s and stuff, even the 80s. I think the Playboy channel. See, in the 50s, Marilyn Monroe came. I bet people bullied Marilyn Monroe because you're jealous. That's all people can do is jealous and hate on each other and judge each other. Even the fact that they went to the store and bought that Playboy channel and bought the Playboy magazine for Marilyn Monroe. Imagine, that's why adult Playboy magazines are rare and Penthouse are rare, because all you do is throw things out. You could have $1 million Playboy magazine, as a Marilyn Monroe magazine is up to $1 million. So, a way to fix the Playboy channel, I wasn't around the time, I was born like the middle of 80s. So that's when everybody decided to become prunes or something, in the middle of the 80s. But that's when we start losing money. If you think about it, we always losing money because we all decide to be prunes and act like they don't know what sex is, but they want sex anyways at the party kind of thing. So I never got to see the 60s Playboy channel. I never got to see the 70s Playboy channel. See, I think Playboy was good in the 60s and the 70s and the mid 80s. You modernize everything. I notice when I look at the Playboy magazine, see, back in the day, when you look at the 60s and the 70s, even the 50s and stuff, the background of the photo of the art, because even though they all want to claim that sex is bad at law, but you're actually hurting yourself as the law right now, as y'all made me sound bad back home as your hometown hero. My hometown law actually sound worse than I do as your hometown hero. They modernize. That's what's wrong with porn nowadays. They're too much modernized things, like basic furniture, everything, the walls are white. We had color in the 60s and the 70s and everything. So when you look at the Playboy magazine, it's actually a cool background on the Playboy. That's what they was losing in the Playboy magazine. You modernize everything. As everybody likes to watch reality sex nowadays, the people like amateur porn. People don't want to watch professionals porn anymore. They want to watch what really can happen in real life than sex kind of thing. So they modernize Playboy channel. You know, sometimes when you watch porn, you wonder how they got to that sex position so fast. There's a lot more foreplay back in the day. You had to storyline. The storylines were better back in the day. So now when they modernize everything, porn on the internet is better than porn on television, is because everybody's making their own videos nowadays, an amateur video. So to fix, I would like this. They should make like up to 3 to 4 Playboy channels. One Playboy channel would have all the classic, like the 60s and the 50s and the 80s movies and the TV shows. And then the next one channel would be the newer generation. And there's so many generations of porn. I could defend myself. That porn been around since the 1800s in America. So it sucks that there's good film of porn back in the day. Golden. People took their time making porn back in the day. Now everybody's rushing through the film, and that's what's messed up the porno channels, because it's all modern. It's kind of boring seeing white walls in the background when people having sex. They had class in Playboy Channel back in the day. As now, sex is going to go forward if the law likes it or not. That's why they're going to lose money and profit as the law. Because sex is going to happen no matter if you all put me away because you're all a bunch of haters that on your hometown hero, and that's the best way to get laid at party around here, is to make me look bad as my hometown law. But sex is going to be on the internet when you're all dead and gone. Sex is going to happen because sex is a natural part of your life. Nudity is a natural part of my American life. So you all acting like you actually harming yourself as the law. You're going to start losing profit, and Americans can't be prunes. As the whole world online, porn is coming back. So they shouldn't shut down the Playboy Channel, because now, as Hugh Hefner made billions of dollars off of his magazines and channel, now you can make trillions of dollars off of Playboy Channel, because that's people don't want to watch crime on television. People don't want to watch fun. It's kind of over time. It's kind of boring and tiring seeing people fight on TV all the time and on the internet. So they lose profit. There won't be television shows like that in the future. There's going to be more nudity on television in the future, because you all think as they use sex after World War II to calm people down in the world, because I don't know if you heard about World War II as the law or anybody, they use sex to calm people down in the world, as they did in the past. People use sex to have world peace. They use sex and nudity, and that's what's happening now as people chatterbait online. That's another thing I noticed on Chatterbait. Even though y'all cock-blocked me from the real world as your hometown hero, you're monitoring the Chatterbait. People have to foreplay. You have to bring back class in porn. You know, the reason why I like the golden years and classic, because people can joke with sex back in the day in America. As in movies like the movie Animal House, and they had a lot of movies where they had a little nudity in it. People accept sex in America back in history. So that's why the law is going to lose profit in the future. People accept sex more. You act like people hate sex online, but I'm just being played and cockblocked because they saw, apparently, when you succeed in life and making goofy videos, that's when people come down hard on you. That's the word you all came up with. But that's not how the world is in the future. You got America Got Talent. They're going to put nudity in the future on America Got Talent. As people come on that show naked sometimes. They're going to accept nudity on America Got Talent in the future to keep their show going. American Idol. They got shows like Voice. They got shows like that. Even Hot Wheels and Overhauling. American Pickers. These things are shows that's going to keep the television going, and the Pawn Stars and stuff. People rather sort of that nowadays. People hack each other to get on invade each other's privacy. In the future, that's not how the people are going to be working or whatever. Nudity is going to save American television in the future. Because nudity was accepted in the past in the history of America. We as Americans are known for our sex and nudity as the golden years of porn and sex. And that's what's going to keep our countries get along with other countries and have world peace, not being prunes like my hometown law. And as the law see billions of naked people online, apparently they only arrest few people online. And I'm your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. How hard you came down on me. And as how hard it is to stand up for your hometown heroes. I can argue what was on my computer as the stuff is still on the internet. So people are going to look to the law and saying, I think it's unfair that the law can sit at court for years and be butt naked at court to actually get people are going. It's actually what Michael Jackson did. Being a teddy bear is the coolest thing on the internet. As Michael Jackson, it's like y'all bust down his door to advertise the porn on the internet. So in the future, it's actually cooler to be butt naked on the internet. So y'all prevent me to use Chatterbait and be butt naked back home. It's that I'm the coolest one at the party. As your hometown hero. You all claim that I can't get a girl at the party. You have to teach me as Commiso. I got cool ass tattoos on my body. As your hometown hero. I may be a little overweight and out of shape. And you all try to make me ugly back home. But I'm a Commiso. I'm an attractive guy. I may be shy around women, but I'm an attractive, sexy guy as a Commiso. So in the future, you're going to need Commiso at your parties as women come to the party to see me. That same thing with sex and nudity on the internet. So you got to think really hard what you're doing to me back home, because how hard you all want to make me sound, I think as you do what you on to me, as I do onto you, as you all try to make me look bad as your home, so you have excuse not to make me feel like a hero or something as my hometown law or something. I don't know what that means. But you actually look worse on the internet, because there's nothing wrong with sex. Everybody been practicing safe sex all these years to have billions of videos on the internet. As you all act like every porno video is the great. I must have had the greatest porno video on my computer for you all to have the heart come down hard on me like that. So in the future, people are going to actually take time, and porno is going to get better again, and sex online. And we as a country, a part of the world on the internet, we can't be prunes as Americans. We will lose profit. And do the math. People don't do the math anymore. People read everything they hear and believe everything on the internet as the law, and I'm supposed to it's my fault that a set of people in my hometown talking good about me as a home. If the law, my hometown law, and my neighbors are like it or not, I'm going to be your hometown hero till the rest of my life. So you're actually looking bad on if everybody wants to be on television nowadays. But people don't want to be on television and screw their lives over. I can't believe people can get entertained by other people's miserable life on television online. That sucks. So as the future is now on the internet, sex ain't nothing compared. People are going to ask the law, why are you allowing people to be crime on television on the internet? We pay the taxes for the law to keep crime off of television and on the internet. People don't want to watch crime. Sucks. So Cheech and Chong movies are coming back into play. Stoner movies. Everybody wants to smoke weed and watch naked people on television and on the internet. That's our future in America, and the law has to accept the fact. Because if the law can accept that, that's what sucks about the conflict you all put on me, for one. If the law accept themselves being butt naked as the law and figure out how to help themselves out as the law, as monitors and the judge and the court, I understand how hard it is to help your hometown hero. While I really didn't have nothing bad on my computer. You could tell that I was trying to collect art off the internet. And I'm allowed to collect nudist pictures too, you know. I'm illegal as a state of New Jersey. I'm allowed to collect nudist pictures as the site allows it to. So, like I said, we as Americans can't be prunes. We will lose profit while the whole world gains profit off of porn and sex in the world, and the economy goes up. We can't be prunes in the future. As I think it sucks that you all sit around and try to screw my life over in the first place as your hometown hero. That's how hard it is. That sucks. That's how it's going to be even more harder to get people in trouble butt naked online in the future. Even teachers are allowed to be butt naked online. So you all come up for a reason to hate on somebody, one person. In the future, people are going to be smarter with the law and say, well, I'm a free American citizen. I could have got my fucking head chopped off from some fucking pussy terrorists in the world to come home and act like nobody was butt naked on the streets around here all these years as the law themselves at court. To come down hard on me like that. You know, your kids are going to discover sex no matter what if you pick on and bully your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. And porn is a type of tool that was invented for people to learn about sex and practice sex love. That's what porn is for. Just because you go out of the way to make porn look bad on television like crazy people, porn was invented for people to practice as a tool to practice safe sex online. At one point, it was cool for teachers to use porn movies to teach American kids at one point. But y'all uptight pussy gangsters and terrorists in the world claim you're the only one that got balls to have sex and the only ones that can have sex. That's not how the future is going to be. People hate gangs. People hate violence. People hate terrorists. People hate crime on television. People don't want to watch people die on live television, then the law can't figure out why there's people dying on live television. And sex is not the worst thing on the internet. So, y'all may call me stupid. People, you know what? To bully your fucking soldier back home on live internet television sucks. People bullied me and called me names. I was on the wrestling team with goofy ass glasses. You all thought I was the weak link on the wrestling team because I had goofy glasses. I made you look, no matter if you pinned me or not on the wrestling team, Commiso made you look like a pussy on a wrestling mat. How good you're better than you are as a wrestler. As I was a really good wrestler, dude. I made you look like a pussy. Now, my grandpa died, and my fallen battle buddy heroes at war is telling me I should stand up for myself as people have sex in public places nowadays. If the law can accept people having sex online all these years just to turn around and try to make me look bad as your hometown hero, sucks. So in the future, the law is going to lose money, because that's all people care about, is because being a prune, actually, if you think about it, if people are not having sex and being butt naked and having fun in the world, what else do you are interested in? So people are not interested in crime and fighting. When the law talks to me, I will appreciate if the law talks to me like I have common sense as your hometown hero, as you all claim sex is worse than crime on television and on the internet. But the law talks to me like everybody hates sex. I'm the worst person back home at some corny law system around here. So I appreciate when the law talks to me and mocking me over sex as your hometown hero. And I feel like as a veteran, I feel like I have to still defend my American flag. I put the American flag on Santa Claus. I had to buy a new pole for my flag I didn't like the pole that the flag was on. So I put the flag on the Santa Claus, if you can see. I guess being a veteran and serving your country, it means a whole lot to Commiso. So while a lot of soldiers didn't come back home from war, I feel bad about that, and I feel like I have to do something about that as I came back home alive. Well, you think my hometown and my family and friends and even my hometown law will appreciate me coming back home alive as your hometown hero and everything. But I can't go around and begging for respect back home as I already earned that as a veteran. And I have to look into myself and saying 2 more years. It felt like it was yesterday. I was 19 years old, just joining the military. And 2 more years, I'll be 40. I things I want to do in life before I die. That's why people work in America. People work to earn money so they have something before they die, and so they can live their lives before they die. So as your hometown hero, and I came back home alive, there's things I want to do. I still, even though y'all, I would like to. There's a lot of cool countries that I went to. Not after 9/11. It was only a few assholes that attacked 9/11. Not everybody. So I enjoyed serving my country in the other countries. And I got to see a lot of cool things. I hanged with my battle buddies, and we saw a lot of cool things. And that's what got me into traveling, is the military. The one thing I miss, if I didn't have to go back to war in the military, the one good thing about the military is the traveling. So I miss traveling. So I would like to go to Venice, Italy. I heard Greece was cool. They got cool beaches in Greece. I would like to go to Amsterdam again before I die. So I have to fight my case, because it looks like you're all going out of your way to hate on one butt naked person as the law. While billions of people have been on the internet butt naked for years, to come down hard on me like this, like the law discovered porn yesterday. Every time I go to court, you all look at me like I'm a piece of shit soldier. And that irritates me as your state of New Jersey and Trenton around you. But like I said, being prunes will harm us as a country. We can't be prunes. Sex is in. Being naked online is in. As your hometown hero, I'm allowed to be butt naked on Chatterbait too. Just because you're all jealous of me, it doesn't give you the right to call me names back home and hate on me as your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. You hurt my feelings, my hometown law. I could have got killed all around the world by some asshole protecting my hometown state law and the government and the neighbors and my flag. I think I went to war to serve and protect my family and my American flag and country. So I'm a proud veteran. You can't talk shit about a proud veteran online. I'm glad that I'm glad that I party with my battle buddies. I'm glad I got to meet soldiers from all around the world. And I'm proud that I served my country with my battle boys. I had fun with my roommates. I was the new guy and Ray Barracks. So I didn't know how people will react to me because I was the new soldier that came to Ray Barracks, and we all know how people treat the new guy in school. So I didn't know how the people liked me in Ray Barracks. And then you all party with me. I was the goofy guy with glasses. When I was in high school, I did my homework, and I always was doing wrestling in high school. So I didn't have time to go to parties. I didn't have time to find a cool crowd in high school. I was always doing something in high school as I graduated from high school. So I appreciate my battle buddies hanging with me and partying with me after 9/11 in the military. They respect me. I thought, my roommate's going to hate me because I'm the new soldier. And I had my first roommate in the Ray Barracks was Hartley, and he was from the country. I'm from the East Coast. I didn't know what the hell that Southern people were talking about in Ray Barracks. Because I was from the East Coast. I was on rock and roll and rap. I like countries a little bit. I was in Deep South living in the Ray Barracks, and they can drink in the Southern, and they accept me in Ray Barracks in my first unit, and I miss my battle buddies so much, man, because they went out of their way to get to know me as Goofy Commiso at war, and they made me feel part of the military. When you come out of the military as a veteran, this is my hometown. I don't know what everybody's issue is. I don't know what my hometown law issue is. Because I party with strangers, with my battle buddies, and they seem to get along with, even with the goofy guy in the bear. I got drunk, and I just probably realized I think they sold non-alcoholic beverages at BX, but I got drunk somehow off of non-alcoholic. We drink so much in the barracks in the Southern that we got drunk off of non-alcoholic drinks. So I never got to party like that, like I did in the military. And I slid on the floor. I slid on the floor. I said, I'm going to test. I'll be a funny higher rank in the military. I said, I'm going to test if this floor is shiny enough. And I jumped and slid on the hallway floor to see if the floor was shiny enough. And I slid pretty far. So I tested your floors as a Commiso and see if the floors were shiny enough by sliding off the floor and everything. And we did a good job keeping the floor shiny in Ray Barracks. As Commiso was trying to slide off of the slide, ask her my battle buddies. They saw me slide on the floor. And that's how I was as the lower rank. That's why Marines at war like Commiso. I guess because I slid down the hallway to test if the floor was shiny enough. And this is what you're picking on as your hometown hero. You're all picking on me, acting like Sec came out yesterday on the internet as my hometown law. But I made a lot of people laugh in my Ray Barracks. So if they would have kept me in Ray Barracks, I would have stayed in the military with my battle buddies. And I had the most, even though I went to war, I had the most fun serving my country with my battle buddy. Because I was the goofy guy in the barracks. Yeah, I may not got a lot of ladies in the barracks like everybody else claimed they did. But at the time, I feel that Commiso is always there when people need Commiso in history. People needed me in Ray Barracks. But I made everybody laugh, even though You're supposed to be sad and angry at war. Commiso made everybody laugh and happy at war. So, you know what? You can say what you want about me or talk shit about me or do whatever, but I made everybody laugh at war. I bet people heard about me in the other units at war, and they said, damn Commiso, damn Commiso. And I was there in history to cheer up the soldiers at war so you could do your job. And so you can't really say that I did a lot at war serving my country. Because I felt like people were getting angry. Before I went to my when I went to my first duty station, everybody was happy and bar hopping in Europe and having a good time as an American soldiers. When we got to war, I saw the sadness, everybody drained in their faces. And I said, no, I must have been still drunk from Europe. So I felt like I had to keep making videos to cheer up the soldiers at war. That's what and myself. I can't be around sad and angry people. And so I made videos to cheer people up at war. So, you know what? Y'all can sit there and act like, well, you can't lose me. You have to keep me alive as Commiso, because I kept everybody happy at war. You all be sad if something bad happened to Commiso at war. So my battle buddies kept me alive at war, as I was the entertainment guy. I like making people laugh. And nowadays, while people sit there and act like sex is the worst thing on the internet, but it's not. So in the future, we can't be prunes as Americans. We'll lose our economy will go down. The law will lose money too, because it seems like the only reason why law makes profits nowadays over sex. So I'm doing my best while I'm being played or something by my hometown law or whatever's going on or whatever. But, you know, I'm fun to be around to party with. That is what you all lost in my hometown. Because when I get drunk, I get goofier. I don't want to fight at the party. I don't want to fight people on the streets. I am a good guy to hang with, and I had a good time traveling the world with my battle buddies serving my country, as I did a whole lot at war too, you know. So, again, sex is in, nudity is in, as it's a fact that after World War II, as Marilyn Monroe came out on the Playboy magazine, as in the Renaissance, the reason why there was no war on the Renaissance time for years, as people looked to sex and nudity to stop wars back in the Renaissance time, as after World War II and many times in history. So the law is wrong. You're all starting more conflict by being a prune as my hometown law online. So I don't know how much more you have to monitoring a hometown hero, but it just seems that you just want to stare at my balls too as my hometown law too. So if they say I was allowed to give medals, even though I was a specialist, there's a way that you could give medals to the soldiers even when you were a specialist. I will give every medal to all my battle buddies that went to war with me and partied with me and made me feel part of the military at time in history serving my country. Even my higher ranks. I hardly got in trouble in the military. If I got in trouble, it'd be like one time, but over something stupid. And but I was basically a good soldier, and if I will give medals to even the higher ranks. My company commander said, Captain Upton, I will give you a medal for saying that to me as a soldier. He told me I can have the worst day in the world, but when I hear your laugh, Commiso, you make my day. I wanted to cry when he said that to me. Captain Upton told me that to me when I was out. And you're not supposed to salute at war because of the snipers. I wanted to salute you for saying thank you, but I realized I was at war. So I just went, who sir, and went to the motor pool. I wanted to cry when he said that to me. I can have the worst day in the world, but when I hear you laugh, Commiso, you make my day. And I wanted to give you a medal. So I wanted to give everybody a medal that served my country with me. To come home and everybody acts like they don't care about me or they don't want to help me or stand up for me as my hometown law. It sucks that the law, as billions of people use Chatterbait, they only see one person online using Chatterbait. I did a lot of good things in my life. I have paperwork saying that I have good things. My captain of the company wrote good things about me. So you're wrong. The law is wrong to hate on sex because in the future they're going to lose profit as the law, as our economy is going to go back up of bisex and nudity online, as they did back in history. So whatever. This is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online. And all the hometown heroes want to party butt naked with you guys too as Americans do. Instead of trying to find ways not to accept your hometown heroes, man, I traveled the world after 9/11. I'm one of the coolest person in the world online. All my battle buddies that I serve my country are the coolest people in the world. You all missing out on not partying with me. Because I'm funny as hell when I'm drunk. And if you get me stoned, man, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11, Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online. And I'm still your hometown hero if you all like it or not. And my battle buddies are all hometown heroes.